give the Panners the win in walk-off style. Smoke down the right field side, and it's a base hit, and Dominic Hughes drives in the game-winning run in the bottom of the 7th inning, and the improbable comeback victory in the bottom of the 7th inning for the Goldpanners gives them their first win of the season. And my goodness, the Panners walk off the Oilers
Make sure to come out tomorrow night for the series
in a bizarre game
that
that was ugly for much of it. And the Oilers took a 5-2 lead into the 7th inning, and the Panners rally to win it 6-5 with a 4-run bottom of the 7th. Dominic Hughes, the game-winning hit after Tate Shamau's 2-run triple. And the Panners win it 6-5. How do you like that? Goldpanners get their first win of the year. And they look to clinch the series tomorrow night against the Oilers in another 7-inning game right here at 6:30 tomorrow night. And now he's going to try for third. Here comes the throw, and it's there and out at third base is Payton for the second out of the inning.
Good save, Dad.
Oh, man, I was so worried for a second.
Keep going. Oh, the wrong line for big boots.
Absolutely crushed to left by Sean Rimmer. You're welcome. The rim shot onto 2nd Avenue gives the Goldpanners a 3-2 lead. And absolutely no doubt when that one came off the bat.
By number 22, Sean Rimmer.
A monster blast over the left field fence here at Growden. And Yavapai's Sean Rimmer, the All-American, gives the Goldpanners the lead.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
New pitcher into the game for the Alaska Goldpanners of Fairbanks is the Fairbanks native, Andrew Troutman. Out of Clark College in Ottawa, the sophomore Andrew Troutman, 6'3" right-hander, takes the mound here in the Midnight Sun game in front of his hometown fans. And he steps into a very hot kitchen. The bases are loaded for the Waves with 1 out. Andrew Troutman making his 5th appearance. He has thrown a total of 7 innings, giving up just 1 run. He gets the honor of pitching here in the Midnight Sun game in a big situation. And he deals a strike to Zuba. It has been a tight but consistent strike zone tonight. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. And the lights are on in the press box, but they will not turn on outside the press box. The 1-2 pitch from Troutman to Zuba. Gets him swinging. Second out. On the longest day of the year, the summer solstice on June 21st. And we're playing baseball in Fairbanks. Just misses inside. It's 2-0. The Waves have quieted down this crowd a little bit here in the 6th inning. It's chopped right side. To his left goes Harrison to make the play. And the 4-3 put out that ends the top of the 6th.
I was walking down the street on a sunny day. A feeling in my bones says I have my way. I'm a happy boy. I'm a happy boy. Oh, ain't it good when things are going your way? Hey, hey. My little dog Spot got hit by a car. Put his guts in a box and put him in a drawer. Well, I'm a happy boy. I'm a happy boy. Oh, ain't it good when things are going your way? Hey, hey. Forgot all about it for a month and a half. I looked in the drawer and started to laugh. Cause I'm a happy boy. I'm a happy boy. Oh, ain't it good when things are going your way? Hey, hey.
Here's the 1-1 from Agnew. Line to left, a base hit. Around third comes Clark. Here's the throw to the plate. Not in time. Clark scores. Brock Rudy wins it for the Goldpanners in the bottom of the 10th inning. And the Goldpanners storm the field. They win the Midnight Sun game at 39 minutes past 1 in the morning. An improbable, magical win for the Goldpanners here in 2022. An emotional roller coaster comes to an end here at Fairbanks at Growden Memorial Park. Another incredible ball game in the Midnight Sun game. The head coaches shake hands around home plate, and the Panners win it 10-9. Matthew Pinal is your winning pitcher. Tyler Agnew takes the loss, and Brock Rudy does it again for the Goldpanners. The winning RBI single to score Caden Clark
Thank you for attending
in the bottom of the 10th.
17th edition of the Midnight Sun game.
San Diego getting 2 runs in the 6th to climb closer.
Drew Beasley.
Working their tails off again here tonight. Another foul ball in the seats.
Heads up.
Big Daddy's Barbecue supplying the cold beverages and some food tonight. They got a food truck here.
Foul ball proudly sponsored by Big Daddy's Barbecue.
There you hear it, Big Daddy's Barbecue. So the intentional walk to Rudy will load the bases, and that puts the winning run at first base. And they're going to take their chances with Rafael Flores.
Number 21, Rafael Flores.
So the sophomore out of Anaheim, California, from Rio Hondo. Will stand in against Brady Schrank. How about the drama here tonight? Another 2-2 on the way. And he hammers this one deep to left. It's carrying. It's back. And it's gone. A grand slam walk-off home run for Rafael Flores. The Panners win it over the Pirates. And they celebrate at home plate. Rafael Flores with the bomb onto 2nd Avenue. Can you believe it? A dramatic come from behind victory for the Goldpanners as they rip the hearts out of the Ventura County Pirates here in Game 6. Hit high into right field as he's swinging away down the line. It's a fair ball. Caught by Clark. Runner tags from third. Here's the throw. And he's out at the plate. Inning over. Peyton can't believe it. Neither can Armando Gomez, who runs down the line to make his feelings known with umpire Dwayne Clemens. And the 2-2 to Dobson. Swing and a miss. He strikes out Dobson. No harm done on the leadoff walk. Good work for Alexander in the top of the first. No runs, no hits. Big thanks to our PannerVision engineers on the road trip. Danny Vaziri in Grand Forks. Alexis Friedman in the Tacoma area. Strike 3 called on Marquez. We're going to have to do that again. It was just amazing. Swinging a foul tip into the glove of Flores. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning for Alexander. Good start for Cole. He strands a leadoff double. Cole Alexander has pitched very well. He allowed a leadoff walk in the first. Nobody got past first in the inning. Leadoff double in the second. That runner was stranded at second. He has struck out 4 through 2 1/3. And used to be home to the North Pole Knicks baseball team. This one is lined into right center field for a base hit. Alexander drives one into center, and all the way over to third goes Remmers. Pitching for the Inland Valley Pirates tonight is Wyatt Johnson, number 6 Wyatt Johnson out of Cal State Fullerton. And the first pitch is ripped down the right field line by Brock Rudy, your new leadoff hitter for Fairbanks. He drives it into the corner, and Rudy on the first pitch doubles down the right field line. Runners at second and third with 2 outs, a 1-2 pitch to Hughes. Reaches down, a little bloop, but going back and unable to reach up to it is McKinney, the first baseman. 1 run comes in to score. Here comes Shamau right behind Rimmer, and a little bloop down the right field side by Hughes, and he drives in a pair. It's 3-0 Goldpanners. Runners at second and third with 2 outs, a 1-2 pitch to Hughes. Reaches down, a little bloop, but going back and unable to reach up to it is McKinney, the first baseman. 1 run comes in to score. Here comes Shamau right behind Rimmer, and a little bloop down the right field side by Hughes, and he drives in a pair. It's 3-0 Goldpanners. Isaac Shook will get things started, followed by Blake Hiraki and Marty Munoz. And this one is hit hard and deep to left field off the bat of Shook, and it's on to 2nd Avenue. A solo home run for Isaac Shook, and it's 6-2. And the crowd right back into this one.
For number 17, Isaac Shook.
16th home run for the Goldpanners this summer. And there goes the runner. Swing and a miss, throw to second base is right there. Does Munoz get the tag down? He does. Caught stealing, goes 2-6. Hiraki to Munoz. Second out of the inning. This one is going to drop into left center field, a base hit for Milliken. Hiraki scores. Here comes Munoz behind him. The throw to third misses and goes to the Panner dugout. And around comes Rudy. He will score. It is a 6-5 game. The Panners are right back in it. All the way to third goes Milliken on the play. But don't know if he's going to be here. This one's got to pass the
Goldpanners organization. We'd like to welcome you to Game 5 and the series finale of this Midnight Sun Series, featuring the visitors on the scoreboard, the Michigan Monarchs, taking on your Alaska Goldpanners. If you'll turn to your programs, baseball fans, let's introduce the starting lineups for today's 7-inning contest. First for the visiting Michigan Monarchs. Batting first, playing center field, wearing the number 4 is Jake Drusselhouse. Batting second, playing second base is number 3, Cale Benson. Batting third, playing at shortstop is number 6, Cooper Vance. Batting fourth, catching for the Michigan Monarchs is number 39, Makana Olaso, sorry. Batting fifth, and the designated hitter is number 26, Zacharias Salinas. Batting sixth, playing at first base is number 18, JJ Arbini. Batting seventh, playing third base, wearing the number 9 is Tony Hatzigiorgio. Batting eighth, playing in left field, wearing the number 21 is TJ Kayla. Batting ninth, playing in right field, wearing the number 8 is Mason McGuire. The starting pitcher for the Michigan Monarchs in this game is number 17, Ricky Kidd. And the rest of the Michigan Monarchs, who are head coached by Mr. Kelton Caldwell. And the pitching coach is Adam Costello. The umpires for this game are as follows. Behind the dish at home plate is Mr. Matt Newman. At first base is Mr. Dan Angelo. And at third base is Mr. Scott Ginger. Goldpanner fans, are you ready? Let's meet the defensive starters for your Alaska Goldpanners. Starting in right field, wearing the number 30, is Tyler Richardson. Starting in center field, wearing the number 21, Daniel Sotelo. Starting in left field, wearing the number 7, Eric Smelko. Starting at third base from North Pole, Alaska, number 11, Alex Garcia. Starting at shortstop, wearing the number 8, is Logan Reneman. Starting at second base, wearing the number 10, Carl Peters. Starting at first base, wearing the number 15, Jackson Krankovich. Catching for your Alaska Goldpanners is number 4, Logan Wimberly. The starting pitcher for this game for your Goldpanners is number 45, Parker Smith. The designated hitter for your Goldpanners today is number 13, Logan Drummond. And the rest of your Alaska Goldpanners were head coached by Mr. Brett Latchman. His assistant coaches are Carlos Gonzalez, Jack Gonzalez, Logan Smith, and Omar Lazaz. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you all please stand. Kindly remove your caps and place your hand over your heart for the playing of the Star Spangled Banner. Thank you. Baseball fans, on the count of 3, I want you to yell out, play ball. 1, 2, 3. Let's play some ball.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Growden Memorial Park in Fairbanks, Alaska for the second time today. We are about to be...
Banner was brought to you by Alaska Airlines Flight 106 in service to Seattle.
Alaska Airlines Flight 106 with nonstop service Fairbanks to Seattle provided this evening's flyover. Sort of. I'm not sure they were aware of that, but they did it anyway. That tidbit is courtesy of our PA and announcer Andrew Bunton and Flight Radar 24. But anyway, here we are for the beginning of Game 2 of this doubleheader and the final game of this series and the final game of June's homestand for the Goldpanners with the visiting Michigan Monarchs from Lake Erie, Michigan. Panners are going on the road. They're leaving town tomorrow. We'll be going to Grand Forks and Kelowna, British Columbia, to participate in a tournament down there. We will have details on those games. Chris, are you going on that trip?
Which one?
To Canada.
Nope, I won't be on that trip.
Okay. Do we know who's doing our broadcast for the road trip?
First game will be John. Second, and after everything after that, I do believe it's Garrow.
Okay. Okay. Well, so yeah, we will have the details on our social medias for those games. It seems like John Lorkey, our general manager, will be doing play-by-play for possibly the first game, and then we will look to have Giro back for the remainder of the tournament. The Panners return to Fairbanks July the 6th. For a game against the local men's league, the Fairbanks Adult Amateur Baseball All-Stars. And then we will resume league play on July the 7th, which will be Philly Fanatic Night. And if you're a Phillies fan like me, you are very excited about that. And if you're not, you should at least be a Fanatic fan, because if you're not a Fanatic fan and you are a baseball fan, then you just need to re-examine your life choices. But here we are about to get underway. First pitch to Jake Dresselhaus is chopped over to third. Garcia handles it easily for a quick 5-3 putout. And we are underway just like that. Monarchs lineup is Jake Dresselhaus, center field, batting second. Second baseman, Cale Vinson. He's up right now. Batting third, the shortstop, number 6, is Cooper Vance. Batting fourth, the catcher, Makana Olaso, wearing number 39. Batting fifth for Michigan, the designated hitter, Zacharias Salinas, wearing number 26. First pitch now to Vinson is over his head for a ball. Batting sixth for Michigan will be the first baseman, Jason Arbini, wearing number 18. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Tony Hatzigiorgio. That pitch is on the outside corner for a called strike. Hatzigiorgio wearing number 9. Batting eighth for Michigan, the left fielder is TJ Kayla, wearing number 21, and batting ninth for Michigan, and that pitch is off the outside corner for a ball. Batting ninth is number 8, the right fielder, Mason McGuire. So again, Dresselhaus, Vincent, Vance, Olaso, Salinas, Arbini, Hatzigiorgio, Kayla, and McGuire. Pitching for Michigan is number 17, Ricky Kidd, as Vincent lines one up the middle into center for a base hit.
Now on to bat for the Monarchs. It's number 6, Cooper Vance.
That'll bring up Cooper Vance. Meanwhile, for Fairbanks, we have in right field, Tyler Richardson. In center field, Daniel Sotelo. In left field, Eric Smelko. At third base, Alex Garcia. At shortstop, Logan Redeman. Second base, Carl Peters. That's a called strike on Vance. At first base, Frankovich. Behind the plate, Logan Wimberly. And starting on the mound for the Panners this evening and pitching right now is Parker Smith, number 45. And that's all outside for ball. And the designated hitter for the Panners is Logan Drummond. And we will get you that batting order in the bottom half of this frame. Smith's 1-1. Runner takes off for second. The throw down there is off the hands of Peters and into center field, but there's no advance by the runner, so that'll go down as a stolen base. Two and one now to Vance. And again, this is a 7-inning game, so the 7th inning stretch will be in the 5th inning. We have been told that Happy Boy has returned from his gold mine and will be making an appearance this afternoon as that pitch is lifted into right. That'll drop in for a base hit and move Vincent to third as Vance is aboard with a single.
Now to bat for the Monarchs, it's number 39, Makana Olaso.
I'll bring up the Monarchs catcher, number 39, Makana Olaso, who is a very large human being. He's listed as, what is he listed as? 6'3", 230. And he looks every ounce of that. And he looks like he could probably hit a home run with one hand if he wanted to. First pitch from Smith is just above the zone for a ball. And there is an unhappy child somewhere in the ballpark. Maybe we can get him some ice cream a little bit later on. Smith's 1-0 is fouled off the plate. 1-1.
No crying in baseball.
There's no crying in baseball. Oh, that's a classic movie. Everyone should watch that. League of Their Own. Runner takes off for second. The throw down there. In this case, it's a double steal, and again it goes into center field. And the runner takes off for third, and he'll make it there. So the stolen base and then an E it'll be an E2, unfortunately. And then the double steal. Vincent scores. And Vance gets to third on the E2. But that's baseball. That pitch misses outside, ball 3, 3-1 now on Olaso. Now with a runner at third. And that's high, ball 4. So runners at the corners now for Michigan.
For the Monarchs, number 26,
with the catcher,
Salinas.
Zacharias Salinas. Coming to the plate. Salinas, the designated hitter, Zacharias Salinas. Olaso is the catcher. Salinas was the catcher in the first the second half of the first game. And it pitches outside, ball 1. Parker Smith into a bit of trouble here early on. 3 straight runners have reached. And he's now gone to 2-0 on Michigan's designated hitter. Logan Wimberly will go out to talk to his pitcher. Remind him to slow down, throw his own game. Worry about the guy at the plate, not the runners. (2-0) now. Runner takes off for second. That pitch is fouled away to left.
Heads up. Another foul ball brought to you by the Glass Doctor.
And Smith's 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt. 2-2 now. That's chopped foul over to first. Frankovich will run that. Well, Frankovich will let someone else run that one down. Someone from the visitors' dugout will take care of that. The 2-2 now to Salinas. or bluffs runners are dancing around, particularly at third. Cooper Vance trying to mess with Parker Smith's composure a little bit, trying to distract him. Runner from first goes, but they don't want to. Oh no! And that goes into left field. The run will score. And so now it's a 2-0 ball game. So they had him picked off, but on a bad throw by the Frankovich there at first base. So now we've got a runner on second. Full count now, 1 out. 2-0 Michigan at this point. Parker's pitch to Salinas. He's outside off the mitt of Wimberly for ball 4.
Now at the bat for the Monarchs is number 18, J.J. Arbini.
Runners on first and second now for Michigan. That'll bring up the first baseman, Jason Arbini, wearing number 18 this afternoon. He pitch to Arbini. Chopped right back up the middle. Smith has it, goes to second for 1. On to first for the double play. Tailor-made, pitcher's best friend right there. 1-4-3 goes the putout for the Monarchs in the top of the first. Two runs on 2 hits. There were 2 Goldpanner errors and 1 runner left on base. We'll see you in the bottom half of the inning. 2-0 Michigan.
Diving Munoz into left field. Ball is scooped by Rudy. Runner is waved home. The throw to the plate is there. The tag is down and out at the plate is Batten. What a throw from Brock Rudy. And a great catch and tag from Hiraki. Sharply hit. What a stab at second. The glove flip to the bag. On to first. The 4-6-3 double play. Milliken with another highlight reel. And the 3-1. Off the fists, and it's a little flare. And a diving catch by Milliken. What a play to save some runs. San Diego Waves here next. They're off to a good start. Runner takes off. Here's the throw to second base. Oh, it's on the money. What a throw from Shuck. The tag by Harrison. Caught stealing. Ends the top of the 4th. It's 6-0 Pirates. With a double, couple runs batted in, and some runs scored. He hits this one high and deep down the left field line. And this one is over the fence for a home run. Matthew Pinal, a 2-run shot here in the first inning. And just like that, the Goldpanners are in front 2-1.
2-run homer for number 4, Matthew Pinal.
Wasn't sure if it had the distance. And it crept over that left field fence over the sourdough transfer sign.
Foul zone goes.
Welcome back to Growden. Tyler Richardson heads to the plate to lead off the game for the Goldpanners, who are immediately down 2-0 to Michigan. Richardson stands in against Ricky Kidd. And his first pitch is high for a ball. Kidd has a That pitch is lined into left, but right at Kayla. Unfortunately, hit it on the screws, but wrong part of the park.
Back for your goaltenders is number 4, Logan Wemberly.
That'll bring up number 4, Logan Wemberly, who's behind the plate this afternoon. His first pitch is in there for a called strike. Kid's glove is sky blue or baby blue. It's never quite seen one that color. The 0-1 outside ball 1. Matches the umpires' uniforms this afternoon. That pitch is popped up into shallow right. And McGuire will make the catch near the foul line. That'll bring up North Pole Zone Alex Garcia, wearing number 11, playing third today. And I owe you the batting order for the Panners. I'll get you that here in a second. That'll be Tyler Richardson leading off, playing right field. Logan Wimberly, who just popped up, not wearing number 4 at catching. Alex Garcia, who's batting now, wearing number 11, playing third base. The first pitch to him is outside for a ball. Batting fourth, Eric Smelko, the left fielder, is number 7. Batting fifth, number 10, Carl Peters, playing second base. Batting sixth, number 13, Logan Drummond, is the designated hitter. And there's a called strike to Garcia. Batting seventh, number 15, Jackson Frankovich, the first baseman. Batting eighth is the shortstop, number 8, Logan Redeman. And batting ninth in center field today, Daniel Sotelo, as Garcia swings through that one. So again, Richardson, Wimberly, Garcia, Smelko, Peters, Drummond, Frankovich, Redeman, and Sotelo is the lineup for the Panners. 1 and 2 here on Garcia. And he gets rung up, so we'll get back to the Monarchs' defensive arrangement in the bottom of the second. But after that, it's 2-0 Michigan. Note for the Panners in the bottom of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base.
Time, and the pitch is called strike 3. The throw down to second, and they got him there too, a double play. 3-2 pitch, called strike 3. Fastball right there at the letters, and the Goldpanners Vasquez looks very good at Yavapai College in Arizona, playing for ex-Goldpanners coach Miles Kaiser, and will head to the Universities of Hawaii, as some of these other players are too. This next pitch is lined into right field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Milliken scores. Here comes Rudy. He's going to score as well. Rimmer's on first with a single, and the Goldpanners have an early 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. Rimmer gets his lead from second. Klez from first. 2-0 pitch is hit up in the air to left center field. That's hit pretty good. The center fielder goes a long way, but he can't get it. It's one hopped up against the wall. Rimmer scores. Klez comes into third and holds there. Alexander's at second with a stand-up double. And the Goldpanners lead it 4-0. Schmau gets his lead from third. The next pitch to Rudy is a fastball that's lined fair down the right field line, just inside the bag. Rudy hooks it inside the corner. That gets hung up down in the bullpen in right field. Rudy will stay at second, though, with a double, and the Goldpanners have a 9-0 lead.
Snapped his bat in half on that foul ball, so a couple of pitches into this trip to Fairbanks, and he needs a new lumbar. It's not the only lumber that's broken in half in the last 24 hours. Crazy winds here yesterday, reaching 45 miles per hour, as Vasquez misses way inside 3-1, knocking out power for much of Fairbanks yesterday. Most people have their power back, but a lot still don't. Trees coming down all over town, power lines down. Here's a chopper up the middle, and a backhanded stop by Harrison, who turns and throws and makes a great play.
Just for Michigan, in the top of the second is number 9, the third baseman, Tony Hatzigiorgio. His name looks like a mouthful, but is pretty simple to pronounce, just phonetic. New pitcher for the Panners, though, it will be number 19, Raymond Padilla. So an early exit for Smith after a bit of a rocky start. Padilla's first offering to Hatzigiorgio He shows bunt and takes it back, is off the outside corner for ball 1. Mentioned it during the first game, but in right center field, you can see on the broadcast there's a crane with a girder sticking up out of the ground as that pitch is high, ball 2. That's the beginning of our new scoreboard. You can see the size of the thing relative to the current scoreboard. It's going to be significantly larger. The 2-0 is way inside, nearly hit him, 3-0. And that pile that's there is going to be one of 4, or one of 3, apologies, holding up the new structure. That's right over the plate for a strike, 3-1 now. And it'll be a much larger structure, which will provide more opportunities for us to do fun things. As that misses outside, ball 4. So Hatzigiorgio will make his way down to first. I'll bring up TJ Keela. But we're very grateful to everyone who's participated in the scoreboard project. We've got financial assistance from the Bill Stroker Foundation, from the team itself. That pitch is in there for a called strike. Daktronics is the scoreboard manufacturer. They've been very helpful working with us. B&B Electric, Berger and Bagley. They've been very helpful. They're our contractor for the installation. With the equipment out there, you can see that they were working on it earlier today. They were doing a concrete pour around that girder. So they're diligently working. John Huff has to be credited. That pitch is outside for a ball. Being an expert and very familiar with digital signs and similar pieces of technology from his professional business. But it's been definitely a team effort, and it's something that's going to be a pitch is chopped foul over to the left side, and the photographer has to hop out of the way. Ball boy will handle that one in left field bleachers. But called strike 3, and Kayla goes down looking, has some thoughts for the umpire there. Be careful there, TJ. You got to be careful with that. That'll bring up the right fielder for Michigan, number 8, Mason McGuire, stands in now with 1 out and a runner on first. Pick-off throw, but Hatzigiorgio's back in time. But when the new scoreboard is in, it'll definitely become an icon here in Fairbanks. It'll be a pretty unique structure. There's a called strike. McGuire doesn't like it. The umpire shakes his head. It'll definitely be an icon in Fairbanks. It'll be a distinctive part of the this area. And of course, we're not sure when we'll actually be turning it on for the first time. Obviously, everyone wants to have it by our next home game, which will be July the 6th. That one is chopped over to first, but that goes just foul. And we expect that we will have it by then, but anyone who's ever worked in construction, particularly in Alaska, there's always the possibility of unexpected situations. And it wouldn't be Goldpanner baseball without something unexpected happening too. So we don't know. That hits him, I guess. That McGuire will take the hit by pitch. Trot down to first. Hatzigiorgio over to second.
Back to the top of the lineup for the Monarchs.
Just got him in the shin or something.
Jake Dresselhaus.
But we will have the new scoreboard in this year. And when we're doing the broadcast, whenever it is that we turn it on, we will, whoever it is who's broadcasting that day, we'll walk you all through it, and we'll show it off and give it a proper commissioning. But until then, we're using the one that's nearly 50 years old now. 1-0 now on Dressel House. That breaking ball must have been just low. Looks like we have another fly over here. Andy, who's this flying over? Looks like a, yeah, maybe, or a 152. It's hard to see from down here.
That would be a Hilo 2 H295 Super Courier.
Oh, a Helio Courier. A Helio Courier at 104 knots as Dressel House swings through that one. 2 balls and a strike now. If you look at Google Earth, find Growden on Google Earth, and then zoom out, go a little bit to the that one's inside, just misses inside. 3-1 now on Dressel House. Go just a bit to the southeast, you'll see that the runways at Fairbanks International essentially point right towards us. So, you know, when we have actual intentional flyovers, you know, for the Midnight Sun game, that's a called strike full count now, as you saw at this year's Midnight Sun game with the Air Force's, the U.S. Air Force's F-35 unit, which thanks very much to them for that. We regularly have unintentional flyovers, informal flyovers, I would suppose you could call it, either departing or leaving. Both runners take off, but that ball's in the dirt, and that'll be a walk. So the bases are loaded now.
Now to bat for the Monarchs, number 3, Cale Vinson.
Cale Vinson will come to the plate for Michigan. He singled and scored in the first. He's Michigan's second baseman. Panners are in a tough spot again here. Bases loaded, only 1 out. But his pitch is high for ball 1. There's a called strike, inside corner. That one's outside, ball 2, 2-1. And we'll have a brief mound visit here. Panners will get charged their first mound visit there. And somehow it feels that the cloud's approaching. We're still in good shape here at the ballpark, but that pitch is skied behind the plate, foul. 2-2 now on Vinson.
Brought to you by the Goldpanners. Goldpanners are open all summer long.
We have a cloud bank approaching from the north over Birch Hill and the North Fairbanks Hills. And the forecast called for it to be bringing thunderstorms and a significant drop in temperatures. That one's fouled straight back at us. I think we'll be fine for the rest of this game before they get here, but the clouds do seem to be bringing some mugginess with them, which, as a child of the Arctic, I don't particularly enjoy muggy weather. The 2-2 pitch, skied over to left, but that'll reach the seats. only by a foot, though. 3 Panners converge on the temporary fence. Ball boy will handle that one. He steps back on the hill. Another 2-2. Just high. Breaking ball didn't drop. So full count now. Bases loaded. Bases full of royalty, as Giro might say. And that one's inside. That's ball 4. That will bring home a run. Hate to give up a run like that.
Now at the bat for the Monarchs,
no one likes
6,
that.
Cooper Vance.
That'll bring up Michigan's shortstop, Cooper Vance. He also singled and scored in the first. Batting here now with the bases loaded. 1 out and now a 3-0 score. His pitch is in there for a called strike. That one's popped foul on the right side. Frankovich is ranging over. He's got to play. Runner bluffs a tag from home, or from third home, but he's not going anywhere. 2 outs. That'll bring up Makana Olaso. Catcher here for Michigan. He walked in the first and draws something in the dirt with the knob of his bat. He's got bright fluorescent green tape on the handle. First pitch from Padilla is high for ball 1. That's a called strike on the inside corner. 1-1 now. That one misses low. There's activity in the Monarchs bullpen, but actually I think that's just their starter is just trying to stay loose with this long inning. That'll be Ricky Kidd. So yeah, he's just trying to keep himself loose. That's just foul down the left field line, and thankfully too, because that would have probably cleared the bases. The 2-2 to Olaso is popped foul over into the beer garden. And someone has already retrieved that foul ball. Someone in a, looks like a Fairbanks 49ers jersey. That one's very high. Full count now on Olaso. That'll start the runners moving. Padilla's full count pitch with the runners off, and that's inside. Ball 4, and another run walks in.
Now to bat for the Monarchs, it's number 26, Zacharias Salinas.
4 walks and a hit batsman in this inning is rough rough start is definitely not how Padilla wanted this frame to go. No one wants this. That'll bring up Michigan's designated hitter, Zacharias Salinas, wearing number 26 this afternoon. Takes inside, ball 1. It's over the outside corner for a called strike. 1-1 now. Inside, Salinas spins himself out of the way. Base is still loaded, 2 outs, 2-1 pitch. Is high, ball 3. Nothing doing in the Panner bullpen, so this is going to be Padilla's inning, for better or for worse. 3-1. Called, strike 2. Salinas was ready to take his base on that, but got a little bit carried away, a little bit ahead of himself there. Full count now. The runners will be off again. This one is chopped up the middle to short, on to first for the out. 6-3 goes the put out there. For Michigan in the top of the second, 2 runs, no hits, no errors, and they left the bases loaded. We go to the bottom of the second with the score now 4-0 Michigan.
Throw out Berrigan for the first out of the ball game. Harrison running to his right and then throwing
back for the Star Chasers,
to Pinal at first base. And it's hit high and deep to left. This ball is carrying back. It's going back, and it clears the wall in left center. Caden Clark with a 2-run home run ties the game for the Goldpanners. All even at 5.
Two-run homer for number 33, Caden Clark.
New ball game. Clark drives one to deep left center. The 2-0 is lined to right center. This one's going to carry and one hop the wall in right. Harrison on his way to second. He's going to try for 3. Here comes the cutoff. Not going to beat him. Harrison with a 2-out triple here in the 6th inning.
All right, thank you.
The second inning is number 7, Eric Smelko.
Eric Smelko here to lead it off for the Panners in the bottom of the second. Left fielder wearing number 7, playing position number 7. The defensive alignment for Michigan, well, Smelko steps in. In right field, Mason McGuire. Center, Jake Dresselhaus. Left, TJ Keela. At third base, Tony Hatzigiorgio, as that pitch is high for a ball. At shortstop, Vance. Second base, Cale Vinson. First base, Jacob Barbini. Behind the plate, one is lined to short, knocked down by the shortstop. Long throw, but in time. And Smelko is retired for the first out. It'll bring up Carl Peters, playing second base in this game, wearing number 10. Behind the plate is Olaso, and then pitching for Michigan is Ricky Kidd. Their DH is Zacharias Salinas. As Peters now stands in, takes a called strike just on the outside corner. Peters went 4 for 4 in the first game, with, I believe, 3 runs scored and 4 hits, 2 walks. He chops with this one over to short. Tough play, but Vance gets it there in time. Another 6-3 put out.
Now on to bat for your Goldpanners.
That'll bring up Logan Drummond.
13, Logan Drummond.
Drummond, wearing number 13, is today's designated hitter. He pops one foul behind the plate.
Another foul ball brought to you by the Gold Daughters. Go for the gold, stay for the fun.
0-1 pitch. Chops this one on the ground to second. And it's a quick 4-3 put out. A quick 1-2-3 inning. Ricky Kidd is perfect through 2. We go to the top of the third. 4-0 Michigan.
Through the left side, Milliken, a base hit. Hughes will come around third. Here's the throw to the plate. Ball is there, but it comes out of the glove of Knight. And the throw to third, runner safe there. Boy, what a throw from Strickler. The ball actually beat the speedy Dominic Hughes, but it comes out of the glove of the catcher, Taylor Knight. Hiraki with gold at the corners. A liner into the gap in left center. Hiraki drives in Kless. Milliken's going to be waved around third. He will score. Hiraki's going to try for 3. And he slides in head first safely. He was almost going to be thrown out. It looked like David Noah was going to call him out, but the ball came out of the glove of Nunez. We go to the 8th inning here at Growden under sunny skies. A windy, chilly night here at Fairbanks. And the new pitcher into the game to start the 8th is number 37, Ethan Remmers. Strike 3 called. Remmers K's Nielsen.
Jason Arbini leading off for Michigan in the top of the third.
Third is number 18, J.J. Arbini.
Playing first base today for Michigan, or this afternoon, I should say. Raymond Padilla back out on the hill for his 2nd inning of work. That one is fouled off the catcher's mask, it looks like. Hopefully this frame is a little bit smoother than his last one, which was pretty rocky. A little too rocky, yeah. This one is skied into left, not deep. So that'll be an easy put out for Eric Smelko.
Now up to bat for the Monarchs. It's number 9,
That'll
Tony
bring up
Hatzigiorgio.
Tony Hatzigiorgio, the third baseman. Arbini is himself responsible for 3 of the 7 outs that Michigan has hit into on the day. First pitch to Hatzigiorgio is low for a ball. Hatzigiorgio walked and scored in the second. The 1-0 to him is a called strike right over the middle of the plate. He is 1-1. This one's lined into deep left center. Smelko coming over, and he doesn't catch it. Well, that's
Now up to bat for the Monarchs.
That's unfortunate.
21, TJ Kayla.
At least he gets up. No injuries.
yeah. I'll bring up TJ Kayla. He takes a count strike. Kayla's playing left field for Michigan. He struck out looking in the second on a call that he had some objections to the umpire's call. He lines one into right. That'll be down for a hit, and that'll move. That's a Giorgio over to third. Runners on the corners now, one out for Michigan. That'll bring up the right fielder, Mason McGuire. He has pitched to McGuire, is outside for a ball. Side and low, 2-0. It's a rocky start for the Panners. Normally you don't start to worry too much in just the third inning, but because we're only playing 7 this afternoon, you have that many fewer chances to start clawing back, and that pitch is high and outside. Ball 3-0 now on McGuire. But he has already walked 4, plus a hit batsman. His 3-0 pitch is called strike on the inside corner of the plate. What the first step is, you just got to stop the bleeding. Got to stabilize the situation, get out of this jam, and then hopefully let the offense do its job in the bottom half. But there's a ball 4. So McGuire trots down to first, and now the bases are loaded.
Back to the top of the lineup for the Monarchs.
For Jake Dresselhaus,
Dresselhaus.
Michigan center fielder. Stands in, he's 0 for 1 on the day. Walked in the second, was left stranded on third, grounded out in the first. That's Giorgio at third, Kayla at second, and now McGuire at first. As Dresselhaus takes the first pitch for a called strike. Pitch is high, 1-1. Oof. And that hits him right in the, looks like in the shoulder. And that'll bring home another run on the hit by pitch.
Brought to you by Seiderberg Law Office. Now at the bat for the Monarchs is number 3, Cale Vinson.
We'll bring up Michigan's second baseman, Cale Vinson, and a visit to the mound from Goldpanner pitching coach. Let's see if we can't stabilize things here. It's a dreadful outing for Padilla. Ump wanders out to break up the conference. Cale Vinson stands in with the bases loaded and still 2 out, or still 1 out, sorry. And Panners will get some activity out, going out in the bullpen. The first pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 1. Looks like Jack Gonzalez is going to start getting loose out in the bullpen. One of the assistant coaches for Fairbanks. The 1-1. He shattered his bat, a little floater into center. That'll bring home 2 runs. The throw gets cut off. And Michigan now leads 7-0.
Now up to bat for the Monarchs, number 6, Cooper Vance.
Cooper Vance, Michigan shortstop, batting now. Runners at first and second. 1 out. 7-0 game. Fly it over to right. Well out of play, foul in the storage area. This guy in a Kenley Jansen jersey over there. Dodgers closer, or former Dodgers closer. This pitch is lined into deep left center. On the way back is Sotelo, and he'll make the catch. Tagging and heading to third, and he'll be there. Both runners tag on that throw.
Now up to bat for the Monarchs is number 39, Makana.
That'll bring up the catcher, Makana Alasso, who's 0 for 0 with he's yet to record an official at bat. He walked twice. Draws his little diagram in the dirt. Runners on second and third now. 2 outs though. So Padilla may be able to get out of this. Also swings and misses at that. Breaking ball on the outside. That must have been just low. It looked like a pretty good pitch from here, but must have been just below the zone. 1-1. But he has 1-1. Is skied into center. Sotelo is there though, and he makes the catch, and that'll do it. Michigan scores 3 in the inning. They do so on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the third. 7-0 Michigan.
Strike called. It's 1-2. Then Idaho versus the Utah Marshals at 12:30, and the Panners on Wednesday will play at 4:30 p.m. And he strikes out Taylor Knight for out number 2. Back-to-back strikeouts for Remmers to open up the 8th inning. The payoff pitch. Called strike 3. Ethan Remmers strikes out the side here in the 8th inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. That's 14-3 Panners. The 2-2 to Flores. Line to left, a base hit. Hiraki scores. Here comes Munoz. He'll beat the throw home. And both runners go to second and third. It's 9-6 Goldpanners. Rafael Flores drives in a couple of more. Lines one up the middle and through. A base hit. Rudy scores. Flores tries to evade the tag, but he is thrown out at home by Marquez. So the intentional walk to Rudy will load the bases, and that puts the winning run at first base.
Leading off for Fairbanks in the bottom of the third will be the first baseman, Jackson Frankovich. We're now down 7-0. Michigan scored twice in the first, twice in the second, 3 in the third. And their pitcher, Ricky Kidd, has hardly had to work. He's retired 6 guys on on 15 pitches. And then he's now 0-2 on Frankovich. He's been making short work of the Goldpanner lineup thus far. That is high outside a little bit. Ball 1. 1-2 now. In the dirt, 2-2. And by pitch count, this is the longest at bat the Panners have had at this point, with 4 pitches thrown, which is not great. Oh, just a bit outside. Full count now. Frankovich. Get something started here, maybe, and at the very least make Kidd work a little bit. That one is fouled back just side of the press box.
Foul ball brought to you by Advanced Family Dentistry.
Foul over to the left side into the third place bleachers.
That foul ball was brought to you by the Glass Doctor, specializing in fixing all pains.
Full count pitch. Another foul, so we are making Kidd work a bit here.
Can't confirm, no cars were harmed in the making of those foul balls.
This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat now to Frankovich. And that's a laser on the right field line. That's just inside the bag, and that'll be a base hit. First runner of the game for the Goldpanners. That'll bring up the shortstop, Logan Redeman.
Now up to bat for your Goldpanners is number 8, Logan Redeman.
And this is maybe the start of something auspicious here for Fairbanks. You got to start every rally with something. So, Kidd's first pitch to Redeman is high, ball 1. One-0 is skied foul.
Heads up in the stands. Heads up.
Behind first base. Ooh. Wicked bounce off the bleacher over there. Frankovich takes his lead off first. Not a big lead. They are holding him on, though. The 1-1 to Redeman is, I guess, high. 2-1 now. The catcher held that one for a bit. He thought he was going to get it. Kidd's 2-1 pitch is, I guess, low. 3-1. Pitch is fouled out behind the plate again.
Goes another one to the stands. Another foul ball.
Full count. Frankovich over at first, no outs. 7-0 Michigan, the score thus far. The full count pitch. And he throws over to first.
Nope.
Nope. And now the full count pitch is a called third strike. Oof. Redeman goes down looking That'll bring up the center fielder, Daniel Sotelo. He's on the roster as number 40. He's wearing number 21 this afternoon. One out now. That's fouled off the net. Another throw over to first. Very gingerly threw over to first there. Very gentle throw. Not sure that that's anything more than just reminding the runner that they're keeping an eye on him as Sotelo swings and misses at a fastball. The 0-2. It's high ball 1. 1-2 the count. Frankovich still over at first base. That's in the dirt low. 2-2. It is raining just north of town now. The 2-2 pitch is also low, full count. So after throwing 15 pitches total in the first 2 innings, Cade's now gone to a full count on each of the 3 batters so far in this inning. So they are making him work, but runner takes off, and that's a ball. Ball 4. All right, so Panners have 2 runners on now. The start of a rally, that'll bring us back to the top of the lineup for Tyler Richardson. Playing right field this afternoon. And if any of Tyler's family or friends are watching, we had him in our electronic roster as Tyler Richards for a few days. So we apologize for that. We have corrected it now. But he bats here in the 3rd, takes a called strike from Kidd. Runners at first and second now on the base hit and walk. The 0-1 is fouled behind the press box.
Heads up.
We had a foul come into the press box.
Hometown physical therapy.
In fact, off the bat of Tyler Richardson in the first game. It went over our scoreboard operator's head by about a foot. She was able to duck out of the way. There's a called 3rd strike, and Richards goes down looking. The ball made a pretty wicked imprint on the back wall of the press box, though, and you can see where the seams were where it hit. So we got to get, maybe not today, maybe when the team comes back to Fairbanks, hopefully they'll be in a better mood. But we got to get Mr. Richardson up here to inscribe his work for us. Logan Wimberly up now, catcher this afternoon, takes a ball. And there's another one high, 2-0. Mentioned in the first game how the Panners have 3 players named Logan. And this is outside 3-0 to Wimberly. But yeah, Logan Wimberly, Logan Drummond, and Logan Redeman, which is an uncommon name to have 3 of, and all 3 in the starting lineup most days. 3-0 pitch. It's right down the middle for a called strike. 3-1 now. In the 90s, I want to say 98, maybe 99. I'll have to check the year to be sure, but the Panners had 3 Jasons one year. Jason Lane, pitches low for ball 4. So now the Panners have the bases loaded. 2 outs, but Gold at every base for Fairbanks' own, or North Pole's own Alex Garcia. Third baseman today, number 5 or number 11, and that'll prompt a mound visit from the Monarchs skipper. Jason Lane, Jason Phillips, and Jason. Gosh, I forget the third Jason. Schmidt, maybe Jason Schmidt. If you remember that season. Let us know in the comments if you remember the 3 Jasons that I'm talking about. Monarchs are charged their first mound visit because the conference is broken up. Bases loaded. Bases full of gold here, as Giro would say. Alex Garcia batting now, 2 outs. And he fouls this one back behind the plate.
What's up, Beer Garden?
Yeah, we have to capitalize on this for sure. That's high for ball 1. Yeah, this if the Panners want to accomplish anything, this is definitely a prime time to do it. You get the heart of your lineup up. You got the bases loaded. You've made this pitcher work for the first time today. There's called strike 2. Kids 1-2 pitch to Garcia. He's off the outside corner, 2-2. Eric Smelko due up next, and Carl Peters after him. Garcia dealing with a 2-2 count right now, 2 outs. Bases full of gold. Hopefully we can turn that into a pay streak. Rich color strike. That one's high, ball 3. The bases are loaded now. I'll start the runners moving. Drop some more gold mining terminology here. Get the sluice good and loaded up. Swing and a miss. Garcia goes down swinging, and the rally comes up short. The Panners do not score. Leave the bases loaded. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 3 runners left on base. We go to the top of the 4th. 7-0 Michigan.
And they're going to take their chances with Rafael Flores.
Number 21, Rafael Flores.
So the sophomore out of Anaheim, California, from Rio Hondo. Will stand in against Brady Schrank. How about the drama here tonight? Another 2-2 on the way. And he hammers this one deep to left. It's carrying. It's back. And it's gone. A grand slam walk-off home run for Rafael Flores. The Panners win it over the Pirates. And they celebrate at home plate. Rafael Flores with the bomb onto 2nd Avenue. Can you believe it? into left center field, a base hit by Flores. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. In to score is Rudy. Here comes Pinal. He will score without a throw. The Goldpanners brought the lumber to Fairbanks. But don't know if he's going to be here. This one's got it past the diving Munoz into left field. Ball is scooped by Rudy. Runner is waved home. The throw to the plate is there. The tag is down and out at the plate is Batten. What a throw from Brock Rudy. And a great catch and tag from Hiraki.
Top of the fourth inning, it's number 26, Zacharias Salinas.
Zacharias Salinas taking his third at-bat of the game here in the top of the fourth inning against a new Goldpanner pitcher, Jack Gonzalez, one of the pitching coaches. He's taken the uniform a couple of times. As Wimberly goes out to make sure they are on the same page regarding the signs. Umpire signaled that does not count as a mound visit because it happens at the beginning of the frame. Gonzalez pitch to Salinas is right there for a called strike. This was, like I said, Salinas' second at bat, third time at the dish. So for one, he drew a walk in the first inning and was eliminated on the double play. That's just above the zone for a ball. And then grounded out to end the second. Is the only member of the Monarchs who didn't bat in the third. That's right there for a strike. Drops a perfect breaking ball in. Fastball is laced foul. Over to the photographer who nimbly jumps out of the way. As the PA announcer Andy Bunton just said, good dance moves, yes indeed. A 1-2 is a called strike 3. And that is the way we need to start more innings. That'll bring up number 18, Jason Arbini, Michigan first baseman today. Stands in from the right side against Gonzalez. Another breaking ball for a strike, called strike. Swung and a miss. He tried to check his swing, didn't quite get it. So 0-2 now on Arbini. Called strike 3 again. What the doctor ordered here. That'll bring up Tony Hatzigiorgio.
Now up to bat for the Monarchs.
Third baseman.
Tony Hatzigiorgio.
Walked and scored in the second, singled and scored in the third. That misses just a bit low. The 1-0 on the outside corner, called strike. 1-1 now on Hatzigiorgio. Really sets up inside. And that looked like a pretty good pitch, but must have missed just low, I guess. The 2-1 is rolled over to third, and it'll go just foul. That's a good thing, too, because that would have been a tough, long throw for Garcia. Giorgio is pretty fleet of foot. Trots back to the dish now.
Last
And we'll
call
reset.
50-50 tickets.
2-2 now the count,
Last
2
call,
outs.
50-50.
Last call for 50-50. So if you're watching at home, you'll have to pretend to buy some tickets and then decide what your number is. We'll let you know if you win. And if you're here and you haven't already bought tickets, then shame on you. That pitch is fouled over to right.
Another foul ball brought to you by the Gold Daughters. They'll teach you the art of gold panning.
Learn to gold pan with the Gold Daughters. You don't even need a uniform. 2-2 pitch. Low, ball 3. Full count now to Giorgio. This is fouled over beyond the beer garden. And the dad scored that ball, a foul ball for his child. Good job, Dad. Full count pitch. Strike 3 on the inside corner. And Gonzalez comes in and guns down all 3 batters. 3 called strikeouts. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Michigan held scoreless for the first time this game, but still 7-0 Monarchs. Smelko, Peters, and Drummond due up for the Panners. Eric Smelko takes the dish to lead off the bottom of the 4th as the wind is rapidly picked up and the cottonwoods are blowing their fluff everywhere. Kid's first offering to Smelko is a called strike. Is a called strike on the outside corner. If you're new to Goldpanner baseball or interior Alaska, when the cottonwood trees get like this, it sure does look like it's snowing. And you might be easily excused for thinking it is snowing. But there's a foul over to the right side. But it's just fluff that comes out of the trees. It's I guess it's how they distribute their seeds or something. Excuse me. Inhaled a piece there. But
Heads up in the parking lot.
Fouled over to the left side.
Another foul ball brought to you by the Glass Doctor.
But yeah, the cottonwoods, when they all release like this, that's off the outside corner, 2-2 on Smelko now. They tend to kind of all let go at once. So it was about a week or two in the middle of summer, right about now, when that's rolled just foul down the first base line. Looked like that one could have gone either way. just foul. Can't have been fouled by more than a foot, though. That would have been extra bases. 2-2 now on Smelko. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Smelko goes down swinging. That'll bring up Carl Peters.
Now up to bat
We
for
had
your
a
Goldpanners
door
is
slammed
number
shut
10,
from the wind
Carl
here in the
Peters.
press box. Carl Peters, second base today, stands in from the right side. Reached base safely 6 times in the first game. 0 for 1 so far today. First pitch from Kidd to him is high for a ball. The 1-0. Swung on and missed. Strike one, 1-1 now. It's just on the outside corner, 2-1 to Peters. Oof, fouled off his hands. 2-2. 2-2 now on Peters. With Logan Drummond, the DH, to follow the on-deck circle. Pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3. Second strikeout of the inning for Ricky Kidd.
Now up to bat for your Goldpanners is number 13, Logan Drummond.
Kidd has been, to say dominant would be today would be a bit of an understatement. As the first pitch to Drummond is fouled over to left side. He's pitched 3 2/3 of an inning so far and allowed only 3 base runners, and none of them have been able to do much. And that pitch is lined to short. It's a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Panners. So as we go to the bottom of the 4th, 7-0 Michigan.
The day where someone gets to walk away with some money.
Leading off for Michigan here in the top of the 5th is TJ Kalo, their left fielder, as the wind has picked up dramatically here. Kalo's first pitch from Jack Gonzalez is a called strike. Again, this is a 7-inning game, so our traditional 7th inning stretch will be in the middle of the 5th inning, and there's another called strike. on Kayla. That one drops a bit low for a ball 1 and 2 now. Fairbanks is not normally known for its wind, and this is people from as a foul back, people from Texas or the Great Plains, Iowa, whatever, where they have actual wind, would probably chuckle at me for saying that this is windy, but by Fairbanks standards it is. And it sure picked up it went from nothing to pretty breezy in just a few seconds. That one's high and inside 2 and 2 now on Kayla. Undoubtedly related to the storm clouds we can see on the horizon. 2-2 pitch. This is just off the outside corner for a ball. And that one misses high, ball 4. So Kayla trots down to first, the first base runner allowed by
Now to bat for the Monarchs.
Panner reliever Jack Gonzalez. That'll bring up right fielder Mason McGuire, who is 0 for 0 today. He's yet to record an official at-bat. His 2 plate appearances, he was hit by a pitch in the second and scored, and he was walked in the third and scored. And he bats here now in the 5th with a runner at first base and no outs. Fouls the first pitch back, straight back, and then it ricochets off the backstop and rolls out towards first base. Frankovich will handle that. Gonzalez 0-1. It's a curveball that stays high. Ball 1. Weather-wise, Fairbanks is very calm, generally. We don't get the, that misses outside, 2-1. We don't get the storms that western Alaska is usually known for. We don't usually get the massively intense snowfall that south central Alaska is known for, Valdez, places like that. The 2-1 misses low, 3-1 now. Gonzalez wanted that one. We do get pretty warm in the summer, but we don't generally, our storms are generally pretty brief, intense but brief. As a swing and a miss, full count now on McGuire as we have the Law and Order bells. Pretty much the only outsized weather event that we have is just cold. This is about the coldest part of the continent. The full count pitch is chopped over to first base. Frankovich has it and will make the play himself. And Kayla moves up to second on the grounder.
Back to the top of the lineup for the Monarchs.
That'll bring up Jake Dresselhaus for Michigan.
Number 4, Jake Dresselhaus.
Center fielder wearing number 4. Gonzalez pitch with the runner at second now. Drops in there for a strike. 0-1 count. Flags are pointing dead left right now. The 0-1 pitch is, it hits him apparently. Not much of a reaction.
Guess it wasn't a hit by pitch.
Or I guess the umpire said it didn't hit him. So I guess it is a ball after all. All right, so Dresselhoff will step back in against Gonzalez here. 1-1 the count now. And Dresselhoff seems to disagree with the umpire's decision, but catcher caught it, so if it did hit him, it can't have hit him very solidly, much more than grazed him. And it wouldn't be the first time that someone embellished not being hit into trying to take a base. 1-1 pitch from Gonzalez, swung on and missed. 1-2 now. We as has been talked about, the Panners are going to go on the road for a couple of weeks. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and Dresselhoff goes down swinging. Not too pleased with himself right there.
Now out to bat for the Monarchs, number 3, Cale Vinson.
And that'll bring up Cale Vinson, second baseman. Panners are going on the road for a couple of weeks. We will be bringing you those games on PannerVision as best as we can. And we expect Giro to be back doing his regular broadcasts for at some point in that series. And we will bring you the scoring updates and game times and other information on our social medias. You can follow Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, etc. And of course our YouTube channel. And if you haven't subscribed already, you should be, because that's the best way to find out when there's a game, because when the feed goes up on YouTube, it means there's a game. Panners return to Fairbanks on July the 6th for a game against the Fairbanks Adult Amateur Baseball League, local men's league all-star team. That one's fouled over to right. 1-1 now on Vincent. And then our next regularly scheduled, our next regular game will be the July the 7th against the, who are we playing on July the 7th? I don't have a schedule handy, so I can't tell you that right now. But July the 7th regardless, and that will be Philly Fanatic Night. We will have the legendary, one-of-a-kind mascot of the Philadelphia Phillies, the greatest mascot in sports history. This one is lined into center. Bit of a run for Sotelo, but he'll get there, make the catch. And that's a nice, simple enough inning for Jack Gonzalez. That's the top of the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th with the score 7-0 Michigan. And in the meantime, we'll have our 5th inning stretch.
Mr. Happy Boy's doing pretty good for himself. A little tired after all the walking at the street fair, but he's doing just fine. We'll see you in July, Mr. Happy Boy. Top pitching for the Michigan Monarchs. It's number 19, Avery Thielman. Now up to bat for your Goldpanners here in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's number 15, Jackson Frankovich.
Jackson Frankovich on to lead off the bottom of the 5th for the Panners against a new pitcher for Michigan. Ricky Kidd is gone, thankfully. In his place is Avery Thielman, who was playing a designated hitter in the first game. His first offering is swung on and missed for strike 1 by Frankovich. Frankovich singled. He's got the lone Panner hit of the night in the 3rd, starting the what we had, I guess, all hoped might be a productive rally. He takes a called strike 2 there, but he was left stranded at 3rd as the rally unfortunately did not pan out. I make no apologies for my pun there. The 0-2 pitch is outside for a ball. I'm gonna turn off the crowd mic here because it's just picking up nothing but wind. The 1-2 is fouled to the third base bleachers, or over the third base bleachers into the parking lot, under the bus, under the school bus. The transportation for our visiting teams is provided by Durham School Services, is the bus contractor that does the school buses for the local Fairbanks, North Starborough School District schools. There's another foul over to the left side. And as you can imagine, there isn't a whole lot of need for school buses in the summer months, and so Durham graciously helps us out with our transportation of visiting players. This is chopped over to second, and it'll be an easy 3-1 put out for the Monarchs. That'll be Arbini to Thielman. That'll bring up Logan Redeman, the shortstop today. Struck out in the 3rd. This was a skied foul over to the left side again, also into the parking lot, also right near the bus. If you want to get a foul ball, I guess the lesson here is hang out by the school bus, and now it's rolled onto 2nd Avenue, so someone will track that down. The 0-1 to Redeman is just off the outside corner for a ball. This umpire does not call the outside strike very generously, so listen to pitchers if you want that strike. Make sure your catcher frames it right. The 1-1, Thielman's 1-1 is inside for another ball. 2-1 now on Redeman. As I was, this is outside 3-1. I was saying in the top half of the inning, the hit by pitch that wasn't. It's fortuitous that we're having Philly Fanatic Night coming up, because now I can bring up one of my favorite players of all time as Redeman takes ball 4 outside. So he'll trot down to first. Just the 4th base runner of the evening for the Panners. That'll bring up center fielder Daniel Sotelo. He walked in the 3rd and was left stranded on 2nd. Playing center field today. But Chase Utley, I'm a Phillies fan. If you hadn't picked up on that, they're my big league team. And I'll tell you the story of why maybe sometime later. But as a Phillies fan, you you couldn't really be one in the early 2000s without being a huge fan of Chase Utley. All-star second baseman, runner-up in MVP voting several times. If you go by the stat wins above replacement, he's basically the second best player of the decade 2000 to 2010 behind only Albert Pujols. That pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. Utley also led the league pretty much every year in being hit by a pitch, and there were a few times when that kind of was a problem and caused an issue for the Phillies. He once broke his hand on a hit by pitch and missed the last 2 months of the season. It was his best season too in 2007, but 1-2 now on Sotelo as Redeman leads away from first. But no, he took advantage of everything he could to get on base when the team needed it. And there's a 4. Well, they won't get the double play. They do get the force at second on the 4-6 put out, but Sotelo reaches on the fielder's choice and will stay there despite the throw going to the wall. Nope, they'll give him the base anyway, so that'll be an error on the second or on the shortstop. So that'll go down as an E6 on the fielder's choice. Anyway, there's a great interview with Utley where he got hit by a pitch, and the umpire gave him the first base, but he actually didn't get hit by the pitch. It just kind of came near him, and he dropped his bat and acted like he did. And then after the game, someone asked him about it. He said, "Well, at the time, I felt like it probably hit me," and which is that one goes to the backstop. So that'll be a wild pitch and ball 1 on Tyler Richardson, standing in now the right fielder. But yeah, well, at the time it felt like it hit me was was his response, and I feel like that's what I don't remember who it was. Arbini's situation was in the previous inning. Runner at third now for the Panners, 2 outs. That pitch is outside, ball 2. This is chopped up the middle, handled by the second baseman Vincent. Long throw to first, but he gets it there in time. And the Panners, just like that, are retired. No runs, no hits, no errors. One error and 1 runner left on base. We go to the top of the 6th here in Fairbanks. It is 7-0 Michigan.
And now he's going to try for third. Here comes the throw, and it's there and out at third base is Peyton for the second out of the inning. 3-2, 2 outs. A runner at first, Shimau swings and pops this one down the right field line. It'll drop for a base hit. Getting a glove on it was Garcia, unable to make the catch. Shimau for second base gets in with a double. Boy, good effort by Garcia. Didn't think he had a shot at it, but he dove for it and did get glove on it, just couldn't squeeze it. Here's the 1-1 from Agnew. Line to left, a base hit. Around third comes Clark. Here's the throw to the plate. Not in time. Clark scores. Brock Rudy wins it for the Goldpanners in the bottom of the 10th inning. And the Goldpanners storm the field. They win the Midnight Sun game at 39 minutes past 1 in the morning. An improbable, magical win for the Goldpanners here in 2022. An emotional roller coaster comes to an end here at Fairbanks at Growden Memorial Park. Another incredible ball game in the Midnight Sun game. The head coaches shake hands around home plate.
Top of the 6th. Shortstop Cooper Vance. Vance is 1 for 3 on the day. He singled and scored in the first, and then popped up to first and flew out to center in the second and third. First pitch he sees misses inside for a ball. 1-0 is high, 2-0. That gets in there for a called strike. Curveball at the bottom of the zone. Curveball at the bottom of the zone. There's another called strike on the outside corner with a fastball. Brenda, if you're listening to this, someone is trying to get your attention. I can hear someone saying on the crowd mic, "Hey Brenda, hey Brenda." So that's popped foul over to right. That'll reach the seats.
Another foul ball brought to you by Advanced Family Dentistry.
And umpires come out from behind the plate and has something to say. I'm not sure what's going on. But whatever it is, we're ready to get back to work. Cooper Vance steps back in. 2-2 now. Well, no, he steps out again. Now I don't know what's going on. Maybe he's hurt his hand on that last foul. He's kind of grabbing his fingers. The coaches are going to come over and talk to him. Or, well, no, now he's going to, well, okay, now he'll step back in eventually. 2-2 pitch is inside on him. That's ball 3, full count now. Assuming his hand is okay, I don't know what the deal is here, but he might have just bruised it a bit. The 3-2 pitch is popped up on the right side. Be a play for the second baseman, Peters. He makes the catch. And Vance is retired, 4 on the putout. That'll bring up Makana Olaso. He is 0 for 1 with a pair of walks. Maybe he's, I guess what he's writing in the dirt with the bat each time is just drawing a little cross. I guess that's what his little routine is there. First pitch to him drops below the zone for a ball. I thought before he was writing his initials or something, but I think he's just drawing a cross. That was a called strike on the outside corner, 1-1 now. Baseball players are like sailors. They are some of the most superstitious people in the world. There's another called strike. Gonzalez is pretty good at getting that curveball exactly where he wants it to go. Well, okay. Now Logan Wimberly has some thoughts for the umpire. Stands up, takes the mask off. And now Brett Latchman is coming out. He has some thoughts for the umpire. And I'm not sure what we're discussing here. It was a called strike on that last pitch, so I don't know why Wimberly and Latchman are taking exception here, but complaints about the strike zone, I suppose. I'm not sure. It seemed like an odd timing for that kind of discussion, but anyway, we're back going here. The 1-2 count now on Olaso. And there's a strike 3. That was, and now Olaso has some thoughts to say, and he's drawing on the dirt with his bat, which is generally something you're not allowed to do. And now the Monarchs third base coach has some thoughts. You can't please everybody, Blue. All right, that'll bring up Zacharias Salinas, who steps in from the left side and takes a called strike on the outside corner. Always a fun day at the old ball yard, huh, Chris? 0-1 is fouled off onto the Murdy's building roof. 0-2 now on Salinas. Michigan designated hitter today. Swung on a miss, swing and a miss, strike 3. That's a quick 3-up, 3-down inning for Jack Gonzalez. Go to the bottom of the 6th. Logan Wimberly, Alex Garcia, and Eric Smelko due up with the Panners trailing 7-0.
I was walking down the street on a sunny day. Hubba, 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 hubba. A feeling in my bones says I have my way. Hubba, 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 hubba. Oh, I'm a happy boy. Oh, I'm a happy boy. Oh, ain't it good when things are going your way? Hey, hey. Yeah, my little dog Spot got hit by a car. Hubba, 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 hubba. Put his guts in a box and put him in a drawer. Hubba, 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 hubba. Oh, I'm a happy boy. Oh, I'm a happy boy. Oh, ain't it good when things are going your way? Hey, hey. I forgot all about it for a month and a half. Hubba, 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 hubba. I looked in the drawer and started to laugh. Hubba, 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 hubba. 'Cause I'm a happy boy. Oh, I'm a happy boy. Oh, ain't it good when things are going your way? Hey, hey.
Catcher Logan Wimberly will lead off. Some discussion between frames, possibly about where the strike zone is, but hopefully cooler heads will prevail and we'll just be able to get through this game. Wimberly facing off against Avery Thielman, whose first pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. This is rolled over to third, and it eats up the third baseman. Wimberly will be aboard. That'll go down as an E5.
Now up to bat for your goaltender.
Number
11, Alex
That's a play that
Garcia.
an infielder has to make. The E5 on that ground ball. And now Andrew Trotman is coming out to be the first base coach. Okay. That'll bring up Alex Garcia, third baseman. First pitch taken for a called strike, just over the outside edge of the plate. And that's inside off the corner for a ball. 1-1 now on Garcia. Wind has calmed down a bit, but it is still blowing. Not quite slamming as many doors on us, though, as it was before. 1-1 to Garcia is a called strike, the outside edge of the plate. 1-2. Someone's still trying to get in touch with Brenda, so if you know Brenda, let her know that she's wanted here at Growden in the grandstand. The 1-2 off the outside edge, 2-2. Garcia. Batting now with a runner at first. He's 0 for 2 today, struck out twice. Batting in the 3-hole this afternoon. 2-2 pitch. He went around, they say, and they ring him up. That's a strikeout. Hat trick now for Garcia, unfortunately. Tried to check, couldn't hold up in time.
Number 7, Eric Smelko.
Rough day. That'll bring up Eric Smelko, the left fielder. Also 0 for 2, grounded out in the second, struck out in the fourth. Batting now with a runner at first and 1 out against Avery Thielman. And he lines one into left center. That'll be a base hit. That'll split the outfielders. And that'll move Wimberly over to third. Smelko's into second. Wimberly's going to come home and score on an RBI double. And just like that, the Panthers are on the board. That hit was placed perfectly between the outfielders. It split the gap, rolled all the way to the wall, and Wimberly was able to get all the way around to score from first on that hit. And that'll bring up Carl Peters, second baseman, wearing number 10, now with a runner on second base and one out. Looks like we're going to have some activity in the bullpen, maybe. Garcia and someone else going out there. Pitch to Peters. There's a strike over the outside part of the plate. Yeah. The 0-1 is fouled back, 0-2 now on Peters.
Vance Family Dentistry.
The 0-2 to Peters. He's popped up into left. Not very deep. And it'll be an easy put out for Kayla. That'll bring up Logan Drummond, designated hitter.
For your Goldpanners is number 13, Logan Drummond.
And it does look like Alex Garcia is doing some throwing, so he might move from third over to the mound for the top of the seventh. We'll see. Drummond steps in here against Thielman with a runner on second. Now 2 outs. Panner's in a big hole. And that is lined right to the first baseman, and he doesn't even have to take a step to record the 3 put out. Panners get a run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 runner left on base. We go to the top of the 7th with the score 7-1 Michigan.
And the Panners win it 10-9. Matthew Pinal is your winning pitcher. Tyler Agnew takes the loss. And Brock Rudy does it again for the Goldpanners. The winning RBI single to score. Caden Clark in the bottom of the 10th.
17th edition of the Midnight Sun game.
7th. It's number 18, J.J. Arbini.
Jason Arbini leading off the top of the 7th for Michigan. Monarchs are holding a 7-1 lead. And Alex Garcia on now to pitch for the Panners, moved from third base to the hill. Eddie Alfaro now into the game to handle a hot corner. Well, Garcia demonstrates the value of a utility man, like I was saying earlier. He'll play any position you want him to. And that pitch is lined right to Mr. Alfaro for a quick put out. That'll bring up Tony Hatzigiorgio.
Now up to bat for the Monarchs, number 9, Tony Hatzigiorgio.
The third baseman today. But sometimes you've got more game to get through. You don't necessarily think you're going to win at this point with the score being what it is. That one's fouled over to the right side beyond the beer garden.
Big Daddy's Barbecue.
And you don't really want to run through the rest of your relievers, especially when you got a tournament coming up. You want to keep your arms as fresh as possible. So you have a utility guy who has a good arm, like in this case Garcia. Have him move from the hot corner to the mound. Hopefully help you get through the rest of the game unscathed. There's a called strike. 1-2 now on Hatzigiorgio. Panners go on the road after today. This is remember a 7-inning game, so we got one more frame here. Swing and a miss.
Fatality.
That'll bring up TJ Keela. 2 quick outs though so far.
Now up to bat for the Monarchs, number
Panners go on the road
TJ
to tournament ball in Canada, and we'll bring you those games on PannerVision. And we should have Giro back behind the mic before the end of that series. That misses high, I guess, for a ball. Panners return to Fairbanks, playing July the 6th against the Fairbanks Adult Amateur Baseball League All-Stars as a called strike, bottom of the zone. And then July the 7th, host a 3-game series with the Seattle Blackfins. This is chopped foul down the third base line. It'll roll over under the bleachers there. 3-game series against the Seattle Blackfins beginning on July the 7th with Philly Fanatic Night. And that misses just low for a ball. Alex thought he had struck him out there. 2-2 pitch on the way. Also low. Full count now. But if you're in Fairbanks, you'll want to be here for Philly Fanatic Night. And if you're not in Fairbanks, you've got that misses high, ball 4, and so Kayla will draw the walk, head down to first. It's his second walk of the game, third time on base. They'll bring up right fielder Mason McGuire from Michigan, number 8. But if you aren't in Fairbanks, and you've got a couple of weeks to get to Fairbanks to watch that game, 3 times daily jet service, Seattle to Fairbanks, nonstop on Alaska Airlines. That's outside for a ball.
That doesn't work. You still got PannerVision.
And I think United flies here from Chicago. Delta flies here from Minneapolis or Salt Lake or something. That was a called strike. 1-1 now on McGuire. And if all those options, all those playing options aren't enough for you, then you just absolutely have to tune in on PannerVision and watch there. We will bring you that game, every moment of it, in bright feathery green color to match the Fanatic. We got to come up with a good logo for that day that meshes the Happy Boy and the Fanatic, huh, Chris? This is fouled back.
Hands up. Another foul ball brought to you by Spalding Chiropractic.
Another foul ball by Spalding Chiropractic. Swing and a miss. Garcia does his job, makes quick work of the Monarchs in the top of the 7th. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Jackson Frankovich, Logan Redeman, and Daniel Sotelo do up for Fairbanks, down 7-1. Last chance time. Last chance time for the Goldpanners. Jackson Frankovich out to lead off the bottom of the 7th in this 7-inning game. Frankovich at first base today. Stands in against Thielman, and his first pitch is fouled off the catcher's mask. The umpire will take a second to check on him, but he's all right. Galalasso. 0-1 pitch is high, ball 1, 1-1 now on Frankovich. Another one upstairs, ball 2. One to Frankovich, swung on and missed. 2-2 now. They're still looking for Brenda, whoever that is down there. Full count now. The pitch is chopped foul over to the left side. Be ably handled by the third base coach. Just a bit outside, and that's ball 4. Frankovich will draw the walk. I'll bring up the shortstop, Logan Redeman, wearing number 8, with a runner on first now and no outs. All we need is a bloop and 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 a blast, and we're right back in this thing. Pitch to Redeman is in there for a called strike. This is off the face of one of the doors of the press box. Man. Panners have sent a few back at us today. We gotta, I don't know if they want like pizza in the clubhouse after a game or what they want from us, but better figure that out. That one's outside, 1-2 now. Outside 2-2. This is pop foul over on the third base side. That'll be into the parking lot.
That car is just driving away from that foul ball. And there's a kid already gonna get it.
The 2-2 pitch. That's flown into center. It'll be tracked down by, in left center, tracked down by TJ Kalo. That'll bring up Daniel Sotelo, Panner center fielder today.
Number 21, Daniel Sotelo.
He's wearing 21 right now, but again, he's on the roster as number 40 if you're keeping score at home. Thielman's pitch is way upstairs, ball 1. There's some there's some chirping coming from the grandstand right now. A 1-0 pitch, it's low, ball 2. Yeah, I think that's probably accurate, Chris. The beers are starting to kick in. It's that time of the day. The 2-0 has rolled to second, and it eats him up, and he will have no play anywhere. And that could have been a game-ending double play, but instead it's going to go down as and he's slow to get up. Oh, no, you don't want to see that. The second baseman's grabbing his knee. That's going to go down as a FC and an E4.
Now batting is number 30, Tyler Richardson.
No hit there, but the fielder's choice and then moved up on the error. Second baseman seems to be in some discomfort, but he's not coming out, so he's probably fine. I'll bring up Tyler Richardson. Panner right fielder today. He takes ball 1 outside. Thielman's 1-0 pitch is in there for a called strike, 1-1 now. Frankovich at second, Sotelo at first. It's just the second time today that the Panthers have had 2 runners on at once. First time was in the third. They loaded the bases and were unable to capitalize. We would hope that they could do a little bit more here as Richardson swings through that one. Breaking ball of some kind, swung on and missed at it. 1-2 now, 1 out. Runners at first and second. Thielman's pitch is another ground ball up the middle. This one, they will get 1 out, but not the one at first. So it was a 6-4 on the fielder's choice put out, and that will move Frankovich over to third. Gold at the corners now for Logan Wimberly. See if he can do some prospecting while we're here. pitch misses low, ball 1. The Panners really need and haven't been able to get today is a hit with runners on base. There was the double after the error in the 6th, and there we go. There's one. Wimberly lines one into left. That'll be an actual base hit. I guess you just got to have a feeling that'll drive in Frankovich for the Panners' second run of the day. Wimberly will get credited with the RBI there. 7-2 now. Thielman's pitch to Alex Garcia, who's now batting as the pitcher of record for the Panners, which isn't something that happens very often when you have a designated hitter. Takes low, ball 1, and that one's high, ball 2. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. That's chopped foul at the plate. Two 2-1 to Garcia. Is outside 3-1. Tillman's pitch is inside, ball 4. So Garcia draws a walk to load the bases. And that'll bring up Eric Smelko, the left fielder. And Panners need one more base runner. But, you know, it ain't over till it's over. Smelko will stand in here as the left fielder against Thielman. And his first pitch is rolled up to second, and they'll get the out at... No, they don't get it! He's safe at second. Oh, my goodness. That's lazy play by the second baseman there. He needed to get rid of that ball a lot faster. So that'll be another fielder's choice, E4. Not the second baseman's day, for sure. And that brings home another run. And that'll bring up Carl Peters. Carl Peters was the guy who was on base 6 times in the first game. And now with the bases loaded, he represents the tying run, if you can believe it. First pitch to him is in there for a called strike. 2 outs. Bases are loaded. Bases full of gold, I should say. And that's fouled over to the picnic pavilion.
That ball is brought to you by the Gold Daughters. They're open all summer long up on the Steeps Highway.
Peters now 0-2. 2 outs, bases loaded. 7-3 ball game. 0-2 pitch is high, ball 1. Thielman stands in. His 1-2 offering is flied to left, way up there. That's going to be foul, but that nearly had home run. In fact, that bounced over the wall. but foul. That you gave that a ride, but it's just a long foul. We'll reset here, 1 and 2, 2 outs. Bases loaded, bottom of the 7th, and in this 7-inning game, this is the final regular inning. Michigan Monarchs 7, Alaska Goldpanners 3. Peter stands in 1 and 2. Now the pitch is a called third strike, and that's how it ends. So that's the final score. The Monarchs take the series finale of this 5-game series by a final score of 7-3. They score 7 runs on only 5 hits. Take advantage of 2 Goldpanner errors and some unfortunate early pitching. Panners stage a late rally, but come up short. So again, this series goes down with Panners winning 4, the Monarchs winning 1, but it's the series finale. The Monarchs are apparently going down to Kenai tomorrow morning to play some games against the Kenai Peninsula Oilers. We appreciate them coming this far and giving us a good series. These have been fun games, and the Midnight Sun game is always a hit. Panners go on the road as well, like I said before, to a tournament in Canada. We will bring you those games on PannerVision as usual. And we'll be back in Fairbanks on July the 6th. Against the Fairbanks Adult Amateur Baseball League All-Stars, and July the 7th against the Seattle Blackfins, beginning a 3-game series, and that game will include the Philly Fanatic doing his antics, and I've been assured that between Happy Boy and the Fanatic we will have no shortage of antics that evening. But until then, this is Henry Cole. I'll be signing off here momentarily. Final score, 7-3 Michigan. And so for Shauna Sastamoinen on the scoreboard, for Chris Carlson engineering producing, and for Andy Bunton on the scoreboard or on the PA, this is Henry Cole. Thank you all for tuning in to PannerVision. You can tune in, and pan out. And for the last time, if you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button. It helps us a lot. And we will see you next time on Goldpanner Baseball. Bye-bye.